Jadu, you are hero of English. What made you hero in English? What's the such thing that made you hero? If you think like this, then must watch my video till the end. Because in this video, I will tell about my spoken English journey from the beginning. And how did I face problems? What types of problems was there which was faced by me? That all problems I am going to tell you in this video. Even I will tell you that how did I become fluent at speaking English and how did I start talking with people who helped me. Everything in this video I will tell you. But one thing I want from you all, must watch this video till the end. Don't skip this video in between. So I'm going to tell you. So if I talk about my spoken journey, I had started my spoken journey from 7th class. Yes, I think most of the people, those who watch my video, they must know about me. They must know about Jadu, which is my name, Jadu. I think you can consider my name is Jadu. So they must know about Jadu, about me, that Jadu studies in Hindi medium. Because also in conversation video, I told about my school many times that I study in Hindi medium. And many people asked me, Jadu, you told that you study in English medium. Jadu studies in English Hindi medium. All the same, how did he learn English and how did he learn fluent English? That he speaks English very fluently because we watch his video. So if you think like this, then must watch my video till the end. Yes, actually, when I was in 7th class, you can consider that time one teacher. Yes, I think he was an English teacher. He had come to our school from South India for 2 years around. When I was in around in 7th class, you can consider, I told you that time, I was in 7th class. So he had come to our school for teaching us English. But that time when I was in 7th class, that time he was not teaching us English. He was teaching English, but not us, you can consider. He was not teaching English the students of class 7. He was teaching English of, English of students, those who were in class 6th class, you can consider. So in time, like over time, he used to come also in class 7 sometimes, but mostly many times before teaching us tenses, before telling us motivation, before giving us motivation, he had entered in class many times. But all the same, he was not telling us like for looking someone, who is, making noises like that, for looking, for knowing that, like he used to enter. But one day, I think it was the day of Saturday, you can consider that time, he had entered, you can consider, he had come in class 7, you can consider. But I was not thinking that he had come, like he came in this class, in our class for teaching us English, and he will teach us and he will give us motivation to learn English like that. I was not thinking. So then I came to know that he came here, that he wants to, he wants to tell us that, what types of benefits you all can get by learning English language and what types of job you all can get, because there are lots of job and very less people are being required for that all job, you can consider, because of lack of spoken English. Because mostly people keep saying that I don't have knowledge of English. That's why I couldn't crack the interview, and due to which I couldn't get that job, and due to which I'm not able to earn money, also I'm not able to make my living, you can consider. So if you think like this, so you are thinking right, you can consider, because those who don't know English language, you can consider, they can't do anything in their life. You can even mostly job are required when you will speak English language, like that all job will need your spoken English. If you don't know English, then you can't get that job. Your English will be seen and you will be heard while speaking English, that can you speak English or not, do you know spoken English or not, like that you will be seen. So if you will be found that you are a you are an English speaker, that you can speak fluent English, then you will be hired, you will be required for that job, and you will start doing that like that, you can consider. But I think many people, due to lack of spoken English, they couldn't get any job, and now they are like you can consider, now they are useless. Yes, they are not diligent, they are useless, you can consider. They are useless at their home, like they are sitting useless at their home. They are not they aren't doing anything, they are not doing anything, just without earning money, without having any job, they are at home. You can, even after getting educated, you can consider. Many people in my area, at April village, I live at April village, you can consider. So many people are at April, you can consider. Those who like completed MA graduation, you can consider. Yes, PG also you can consider, but they don't have any job, they didn't get any job, you can consider. So due to which they don't know English language. And not only, I think some people say that for job English is not important, you can consider. Yes, I can say English is not important for some job, but you should have knowledge of English at least. You should have knowledge of English. If you want to get any job and if you want to get happy, then you should have knowledge of English. You should learn English. You must have to improve your spoken English, you can consider. Yes. So now we will come, about what? Do you know about my journey? So when he had entered in class 7, if I talk about his name, his name is Father Julian. Yes, he was Father Julian. Yes. So he had come in our class when I was in 7th class. That time, I had one mobile, I think under, I can say 7,000. 7,000, I had bought one smartphone from the market, you can consider, which is the nearest to our village where I live, So I had gone there and I had bought that smartphone from the market. Actually, that time, I was not curious to learn anything, the best thing from social media. Yes. And if you ask me that, Jadu, how did you get used to learning new thing, which can be the best for you that you have started learning? So who motivated you to learn this? Who motivated you to learn this all? If you will ask me like this, I want to tell you. Yes. Actually, one person, when one day I was watching one cartoon, I think that cartoon was in Hindi only, and already I used to know Hindi, that how to speak Hindi, I used to know Hindi speaking, but he suggested me, Jadu, that you are watching only, you are wasting your time, that you are watching always Hindi. Please watch also in English. Please watch a such video from which you can learn something, and whatever problem you will get, you will find when you will be taught in school. Suppose there is some questions in which, for writing, like you are finding difficult, so that you can solve easily from your mobile, like that he told me. Then I understood that, I should use my mobile like this. Yes. So after that, I created one YouTube channel. When I was in 7th class, I created one YouTube channel, Hindi English Fact Official. Yes. That time only reading, I used to know that how to read English, how is the story read, you can consider that only I was knowing. But when it used to come to speak in English, I was unable to speak English language. When it comes to speaking, that time I was unable to speak English. I was getting stuck. But little bit sentence, what will I say? Like I can say, like a small sentence. I used to know, but I was not able to speak good English. At least you can consider. Yes. So then, when he had entered in class 7, that time, first of all, he told about a story about spoken English, that he was telling about the aeroplane. Aeroplane, do you know? Ask me, people are watching, I want to ask one thing from you all, so is there anyone who is watching this video will have traveled on the aeroplane or not? Please tell me. Will you have, traveled on the aeroplane or not? If you haven't, then please tell me. So first time you can consider, yes, after learning English, because, for traveling on the aeroplane to move abroad also, because mostly people use, they travel on the aeroplane to go and move abroad, you can consider. So I know very well, and that's why, I learned this language, because I can get lots of opportunities, chances to go anywhere for doing anything, for doing job also, So that time he was telling us like a story about aeroplane, and if you will learn English language, if you will improve your English, so you can travel on the aeroplane, you can get good job, and you can get respect. People will be respect you, you can consider. Yes, people will look up to you, you will be looked up if you will learn English language. Like that I learned from him, that he was telling. I don't know about the other students, who were with me in the class, you can consider, but I was the one of them, those, who was listening him carefully, you can consider, and seriously I was taking his matters, you can. Whatever, he was saying me, whatever he was saying to us, everything you can consider, almost everything I was hearing him out, So then whatever he told us, lots of, but some, whatever motivation, mostly motivation, I don't know, but he told us lots of things, what we can get by learning English language, about that all, but I don't know, only aeroplane and something like lots of motivation also he gave us. Then I came home from the school, and already I had got motivation from him. They was telling that please by learning English language you can get this all. Then I came suddenly, and already I told you that I had bought one smartphone under 7,000 from the market, you can consider. In that mobile, what happened, that I started using that mobile in good way, you can consider, for watching anything. Suppose I can say like education related video and English related video, and suppose if I have to if I will think to watch any movie, then that movie I will watch in English, like that. Already I had decided, you can consider. Almost 90% of thing to hear, I had decided to hear only in English, you can consider. Yes. After that, already I told you that I had created my channel also. And if you will ask me what's the name of that channel about which you told that when you were in class, in time of class 7, that you had created that channel, so I'm going to tell you the name of that channel. The name of that channel is Hindi English Fact Official. That channel is still available on my mobile, you can consider, but nowadays I stopped to work in that one because of active on new one channel, which is English with Jadu. Yes, because of active on new one channel which is English with Jadu, because very well, if you will give on different thing, if you will give your time on different thing, like thing you can consider, then I think you will not be able to manage that work, and in some work like you will get lack, you can consider like that. It happens, like you will not be able to do like that problem I was getting. So then I decided I should work only in English, because by working upon my English, working over my spoken English, I can improve myself, I can become fluent at speaking English like that. Already I decided, then I started working on it, and already I told you that I had created a channel that time, in 7th class, you can consider. So in that channel, I had started making, I started making English video. I was not talking about any how to become fluent at speaking English, how to learn English, what types of process we have to use, then we can become fluent at speaking, fluent at English speaking, you can consider, and what types of application we have to use, can we learn English from mobile, like that topic I was not taking that time. Only about any topic, suppose I have to tell, दुनिया का सबसे खतरनाक जानवर, दुनिया के सबसे खतरनाक जानवर. So about that topic, the most dangerous animal, you can consider. So in both language I used to make, like one, like I will make first of all in what, first of all I will make in Hindi, and second time I will make same topic, I will take, translate that into English in, like English language, you can consider, and in the same time, I will upload both video, you can consider. Those who want to watch in English, they will watch English, and those who want to watch in Hindi, like that I was doing. So like that I improved my English. One day, like that, already I became crazy to make this kinds of video. So one day I had gone to the forest, and you can see there is forest. Yes, you can see there is forest, yes, there is forest. I had gone to that forest. So there, in which forest, I had gone, you can consider. So in that forest already some people were available. Yes, I used to know about them, who were there, you can consider, but I was not playing with them mostly, you can consider. But now I will tell you that who were there. Yes, so in that forest, for making video, you can consider, I had gone. Do you know, if you will ask me what types of video for making, you had gone to that forest. So for making fact video in English, so that topic was दुनिया के सबसे ब्यूटीफुल लड़की, दुनिया के सबसे सुंदर लड़कियां. So about that, I was making video in English and Hindi language, you can consider, दुनिया के सबसे सुंदर लड़कियां. So when I was speaking, when I was speaking loudly, yes, so one, I think 3 people were available, already 3 friends, you can consider. But they are friends, now, but before they were not my friend. They were, I was recognizing them that time also, but I was not playing with them mostly, they are also from my village, they were also from my village, you can consider. Yes, so they came suddenly, because they heard me, Jadu, that you are speaking loudly. What are you doing here? That you are not getting ashamed of yourself, that you are speaking loudly here. We are able to hear you here. And that time, it was the month of around, what will say? It was the month of, January, January, I think, yes, January around, I had gone there, and already some friends were available there. They came suddenly, they heard me, someone is speaking loudly there, so they came there and they heard me and asked me, Jadu, what are you doing? Actually that time, they didn't used to know about my channel, that I had channel that which I run, like that. So they asked me, Jadu, why are you speaking loudly? You are practicing of spoken English? No. Here for making video I came. I was making some fact video in English and Hindi, because I was speaking English language that time, and very well those who come from village area will not understand what English language. So they heard me and they came, and because they didn't understand. But who was asking me? One of them were asking me. 3 friends were there, and one of them were asking me. Like one of them was asking me. Yes, he was asking me, Jadu, like you came here and you're speaking, we are not able to understand. But he was crazy, when I checked his mobile, he gave his mobile that he had downloaded many videos related to English, that he had downloaded some video of vocabulary, words meaning, that he had downloaded, and he was, I think, learning that all. He was learning or not, I don't know, but just he was downloaded, but he was crazy to learn English language. So then I understood that you are also crazy, like that. I said him, yes, you are also crazy, maybe you are also crazy, because I got many videos related to English in your channel, and due to which I can say that you are also crazy of learning English language. Why not? Let's start learning English together. Since then, we became friends, and every day I started inviting him. at my home. He started coming to my home. He started coming my home, and we started practicing together by sitting on the chair face to face. So like that we became friend. You can consider like that, and that time, I had bought one notebook also, and I started writing, one by one, all types of vocabulary you can consider, yes, and structures, everything I started writing. It was the matter of 2022 around, and now it is the year of, you can consider, 2025, yes. So I think around, it has been, I think 2 years since we started spoken English. So far you can consider about me that I'm fluent at speaking English, because already I improved many things by learning, you can consider, yes. So then when he gave his mobile, then that time, quickly, out of a sudden, by meeting him, I invited him one time there, and in the evening time he had come to my home, and we practiced. And but that time he was not able to speak good English, but I was speaking good English. Then I said him, Ajay, that you are unable to speak English, why not? And that time, I was like better than him, at least you can consider, not more better, but all the same little bit, yes. You can't think there, like there was the, world of different, you can consider. It was not like that, So all the same, he was able to speak something or the other. So then we started speaking all the same, and I was not making like a fun of him while speaking English language like that, and he was not thinking, what made me fun of, you can consider like that. He was not asking me. Then we started speaking together, yes. So then after that, what happens, that I came to know that that time, only with him I was talking and I was improving my English. Then I came to know about lots of techniques, you can consider, lots of techniques. What will I say, like mirror technique, mobile camera, infrared mobile camera application. And that time, I was unable to know how to communicate with people even, I was unable to know, how to communicate with people, and how to improve communication skill in English. Everything around, almost this whole thing, I was unable to know that time. I was not knowing to communicate with people also. But I used to watch English conversation video on YouTube. I was thinking at least then I should also communicate with people. But that time, I was knowing that, like I will have to give money, I will have to pay money, then I can talk with people. And very well, if you will talk with people through any application, you must have to pay money. Very well one thing, that without paying money you can't talk with anyone, even you can't take any session with any person. So you must have to pay money at least. So then, I started paying money also, you can consider. Then I started talking. But now, I use lots of application. You can consider that Jadu uses lots of application now. So if you will ask me what types of application, I will tell you. If you will ask me the name of application, I will tell you the name of application which all I am using. Okay, I will tell you. And some application like that which is used by me, for free. You can't think that I need to pay money in that one. But in some application like that, in which I need to pay money for talking with people and for finding partners. So you can know about that also. Yes. Then I created this one channel in the month of October 2023, English with Jadu. Then till that time, I had improved my English completely. I was able to know about myself that I can manage by speaking English. I can make any block in English language. I can't get stuck while speaking English. I can speak good English. But also, what types of English I used to speak that time, and if I will tell about now, if you will ask me, do you get happy with that type of, that time English, which you were to, which English you used to speak before, 1 year around? So no, actually that time, whenever I watch my video that which I made before 1 year around, that time by watching that video, I start laughing suddenly, you can consider, because that video, my pronunciation is not improved, you can consider, and I didn't improve that by that time, like I didn't improve my pronunciation, and I was unable to pronounce. I was not pronouncing the word in good way that time, in the year of 2023 around, So all the same I was making video, but all the same I was getting happy that time that I'm speaking at least good English like that. I was speaking all the same. But now what happens, that I need to improve, I have to improve my English so far. And if you will ask me that who suggested you that you need to improve this all, then one day I took one session with one new girl, you can consider. First time I took one session with one girl, you can consider, and who is was from Jharkhand only, from the Gridi, one district is Gridi from Jharkhand state, so from there, like she called me, then I took a session. That girl suggested me. That girl was lawyer, you can consider. So her English is was very good, you can consider. So she was speaking English very fluently. Yes, she was speaking English very fluently. Then she suggested me, Jadu, you speak good English. Jadu, you speak really good English. I can appreciate your English, but one mistake you are doing, that you are unable to pronounce word in good way. You have to pronounce like celebrity. as they are pronouncing, as the celebrities are pronouncing the word while speaking English. You have to pronounce like that, in the that way you can consider. Then I started improving myself. I started improving my communication and what will I say, pronunciation, everything, whatever we need to improve, whatever we need to check over in spoken English, everything I started improving one by one. Body language, everything, and like the what to say, like for giving speech, how to give speech, what types of matters like we have to follow, and what types of things we have to follow to give the best speech on the stage, everything, and the way to stand, how to stand on the stage while giving speech, everything I learned. So like that I started my journey, and so far you can consider that I became fluent at speaking English completely. I think you understood. So we will meet in next video. Actually today I had gone to the market, and while coming from the market here, I got time, and that's why here I made this video. And how did you find my video? Please tell me the opinion, that how did you find my video. If you will tell me the opinion, then I will understand that my video is like that. And if you will if I'll read your comment, then I will know about the opinion about my videos which I make. And if I will find bad comments, then I will understand that I need to improve myself, I need to improve my English more, and I need to improve something which is getting lacked, which is getting lack in spoken English, which is getting shortage in this video. So okay, thank you.